Thank you for browsing page 121. Today we're going to jump into the Fiend Folio and look at a kind of an odd monster that's definitely a niche monster, but I found a kind of a new niche for it, I think. So it's a Kamadan, or Kamadan, however you want to say it. It's this guy. He looks like a spotted displacer beast. They are they're rare, number pairing 1, armor class 4, 18-inch move, which is fast, 4 plus 2 hit dice. Number attacks 3 plus the number of snakeheads. The attack damage is 1 to 3, 1 to 3, 1 to 6, plus 1 to 4 per snakehead. I'll get to that in a second. They have a breath weapon. No magic resistance, low intelligence. They are neutral but tend toward chaotic evil, and they are large. This greatly feared beast resembles a large leopard with 4 to 7 snakes sprouting from its shoulders. It is clearly a relative of the displacer beast. Though how such a monstrous cross mutation is how it became such a curious cross mutation is a matter of speculation. In melee, the creature attacks with 2 claws for 1 to 3 points of damage each, bites for 1 to 6. Each snake will also bite for 1 to 4 points of damage, so the snake bites are not poisonous. It also has a breath weapon, a cone of sleep, 30 foot long with its base diameter 10 feet. This puts creatures of 4 dice or below to sleep. No saving throw allowed. Creatures with more hit dice are permitted a saving throw as against dragon breath. Kind of a Swiss Army knife of a monster, kind of typical of Fiend Folio. I like it. It's got a lot of powers. I've used this guy once or twice, usually for medium level encounters. Despite the fact there's armor class 4, 4 plus 2 hit dice, this actually is a bit more. It's more of a, in my opinion, 5th to 7th level encounter rather than lower than that, because you end up with so many attacks. You end up with 3 attacks plus another 4 to 7. So you could have as many as 10 attacks with this guy. They're doing minor damage, but cumulative, that will tell over time. So what the heck is this thing? Well, in my game, at my table, I made it a creation of the Yuan-Ti. Those are the snake people that inhabit warmer climates and such. I had them in my Sundi campaign, and I put the Kamadan there as a mutation that they had created. And I had some fun with them because the players didn't really know what to expect. And it was a lot of fun. The earlier encounter was pretty good. I actually threw, instead of just one, I threw multiples at them. And it ended up being a pretty good fight, but the players did okay. So then I decided to up things a little bit. I made each of the snakehead bites poisonous. But rather than save or die, I made an additional 2 to 12 points of damage, 2 dice 6. So if they made their saving throw, they took half. So they did 1 to 4 for the actual bite, and then a potential of 2 to 12 more damage, saving throw cutting it in half. That really racked up the hit points fast and made the players nervous and try to keep their distance from these things. And if you make them kind of fast and just difficult to pin down, that can end up being a lot of fun in a group. So it's a really good encounter. And then if they're backed by the Yuan-Ti, who have various abilities, including magic use, you can have this thing be a nice distraction, and then suddenly the players find themselves being hit from another quarter by Yuan-Ti magic and poison darts, things like that. You can do a lot. Yuan-Ti are a lot of fun. Maybe I'll take a look at them in the channel sometime. I don't think I've ever taken a look at them. But this I just made kind of their house kitty. So you end up with a monster that's not incredibly formidable in first appearance. You read this and you go, okay, it's not that big a deal. But when you throw in all the attacks that this thing gets and a breath weapon, they can put anybody 4 dice or under to sleep without a saving throw. Elves at my table would still get their immunity, and half-elves would still get their immunity to sleep. And then anything over that gets a saving throw, and again, elves would still get that immunity. But it can end up being really formidable. I could see where somebody would think they could throw this against maybe a 3rd or 4th level group, and I can see where you would end up with a TPK just using him exactly as written. I don't recommend him for lower. Like I say, to me, this guy is more at least 5th to 7th level, and if you put a couple of these in with some Yuan-Ti backup, you can have a nice little thug fight going on where the players are trying to get to the big boss, but they have to deal with this guy and the various other minions. So this can end up being a really good encounter. So I like the Kamadan. As most things out of Fiend Folio, I just enjoy the ideas in here. And then, of course, you have an opportunity to play around a little bit. You could up the damage on the claws and the bites if you wanted to. Each snake head, as I said, I did one more. It was poisonous. And then the Cone of Sleep, you can also kick that to maybe 6 dice. They have to make a saving throw, or 8 dice. Well, they have to make the saving throw by no saving throw if you're 6 dice or less. That kind of stuff. That really scales this guy up to being a devastating encounter. So he's tough as he is, but he's easily scalable to be even tougher still. But that's it. That's all I've got to say about my good kitty cat friend here, the Kamadan. Let me know what you think. Have you used this guy before? And if so, have you had success? Did it end TPK? I'd be really interested in hearing from you. So please leave comments below. Also, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Tell your friends. Let's keep growing the channel. Take a look at the Patreon, see if you can help me out there to keep the channel going. But that's all I've got today on page 121. I want to thank you for your time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.